This is my recipe for a basic sourdough loaf. You're going to start with 50 grams of active starter, 375 grams of warm water. Mix that up. 20 grams of honey, 500 grams of flour, 12 grams of salt, and then you're going to mix it all up until it's just roughly combined and let it sit for about an hour. This one sat for 2 hours because my kid took a nap. Here it is after the hour. Now we're going to do a set of 3 stretch and folds. And this is what really helps the bread get its structure and its strength. So you'll see me just kind of picking up the dough, letting it fall, folding it over, and just repeating that process. I leave somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes in between folds. That's after 1. This is after 3. After the 3rd stretch and fold, which you'll see me do here, we go ahead and do our bulk ferment on the counter. This is when the bread really rises for the first time. This is my final stretch and fold. I'm really trying to get the bread to stretch, and it's giving me a hard time. But here we go. Now it just sits under a clean but stained wet tea cloth. Now it has been about 8 hours. It's nice and jiggly. It's doubled in size. It is ready to be shaped and then cold fermented. So I dump it out on the counter, and here you see I'm just kind of really wiping it around on the counter to give it some tough skin, and then I am shaping it. If I was more detail oriented, I'd clean my bowl, and this is where some people use a proofing basket, but I just plop it right back in, and it goes in my refrigerator overnight. I could wait about an hour and bake, but I wanted to go to bed. This is the next morning. I'm oiling my Dutch oven with avocado oil and tossing it in the oven while the oven is preheating. Then I'm scoring with scissors because I'm not fancy and I don't use a fancy razor blade. I just snip with scissors. I plop my loaf into the oven, and when it is between 200 and 210, it is ready to go.